Hey guys, hi, welcome back once again. My name is Vaishali, and today I'd like to talk about the aspects that determine the quality of our lives. When we think about the aspects that determine the quality of our lives or that enhance the quality of our lives, there are a few things that we first think about, and a few things that I personally could reflect upon, and a few things that were shared by a few other people are the place or the location or the locality where we stay, the privileges that we get or that we don't get, our network, our net worth, our social status, fame, success and accomplishments, essentially recognition, proper sleep, health and fitness, access to proper nutrition, low stress, following our passion, cultural aspects, lifestyle. Well, those were the few things that I could think about, along with a few others who shared with me. Now, essentially, what we are talking about here is well being of humans. Let me repeat it again: well being, human being. Well being of human being. And yet, Esther Perel, one of the world's best and most renowned relationship psychotherapist, someone who's been a marriage counselor, or rather, a cross cultural psychotherapist working with couples and families, says the quality of our life is determined by the quality of our relationships. Let me repeat, over here she says that the quality of our relationships, not the quantity of our relationships, determine the quality of our lives. And taking the liberty to reframe it through my personal understanding, I'd say the quality of our relationships determine and impact the quality of our lives, both on individual and on collective level, both on personal and interpersonal levels. So another aspect that has become an epidemic and truly hampers the quality of our life is the aspect of loneliness. So what exactly is loneliness? When does it enter into our spaces? When do we experience and how do we experience loneliness? Well, one experiences loneliness when there's a loss of connection, when there's a loss of sense of belonging. One experiences loneliness when there's a loss of meaningful connection with others and with one's own self. When there's a lack of openness and trust within the interpersonal relationships. When there's a lack of mutually shared values and purpose, alongside a space for the existence of personal values and purpose as well. And in my understanding, through my own personal experience, wherein at some points in time, even in my life, I had experienced loneliness even when I was with others, even when I was surrounded with others, even when I was in a company of a few people, I still experienced a sense of disconnection, a sense that I did not belong in that space and place, a sense wherein I felt that I was closed off, a sense wherein there was a lack of openness and a lack of trust, wherein there was a lack of meaning and purpose in my life. And actually, truly, nothing made sense because nothing felt meaningful. And it is in these spaces and places, it is in these moments that one experiences loneliness even when you're surrounded by 50 or 500 people, because one feels unseen, unheard, ununderstood, and probably thereby unwanted. And to a degree, during the pandemic, it revealed most of those aspects. That is why many of us felt flustered even when we were in the familiar environment, even when we were with our family members. That phase in our history uncovered all of those aspects. And if numbers tell us that 77% of the adult population feels lonely, which in my understanding to some degree would include couples and families, feel isolated, disconnected, unfulfilled, deprived of meaningful connection, deprived of openness, deprived of trust, quite naturally also feel emotionally depleted and starved. We can understand that loneliness is not the same as being alone. So then, if going by the numbers, if that's our reality, if such is our reality, within the family dynamics itself, within the couple dynamics itself, can the children really feel loved and connected? Can the children experience a sense of belonging? Can the children experience any kind of trust, any kind of safety? In such an environment, is it really possible for anyone to feel connected, to feel supported, to feel loved, to feel nurtured, to feel that they are understood, to feel a sense of belonging, to feel a sense that somebody has their back? So then maybe lifestyle is as much about having everything else, all of the tangible aspects, as it is about having the quality of relationships that make life enriching, that make life meaningful, that provides each other the kind of nourishment and support that one needs to deal with daily stressors, both in personal spaces and shared relationships as well. And then again, if science today is telling us that loneliness is far more dangerous, is far more fatal than smoking 15 to 20 cigarettes every day, every single day, well, then maybe it's time to think about the reality of loneliness and not confuse loneliness with being alone. For it is when we confuse those two aspects, we are running away, we are facing away from reality. And in my understanding, unless we are willing to accept the reality, it's quite difficult to change it as well. So let's understand these aspects a little more realistically so that we can take real steps in addressing these issues, so that we can take real steps in building a quality of life that has meaningful connections, that has a well-grounded support system, that has a space where one can be open and can trust easily, that helps in reducing the impact of everyday stressors, everyday stress, which of course in itself gives birth to a whole lot of psychological and physiological diseases. So let's try and rebuild meaningful connections that has shared visions and purposes, that also enables us to have our individual visions and purposes, by realizing that the enhanced quality of our relationship enhances the quality of our lives. Let's reflect on that a bit and let's try and do that for ourselves. And I will see you once again the next week. Till then, stay tuned in. And guys, if you do like the contextual content of these videos, please do like, share, and subscribe.